Volkswagen's best-selling product has nothing to do with cars. Do you know what the FQ on Mitsubishi's Evo FQ400 stands for? Do you know what the largest speeding fine ever was? And this is 101 facts you didn't know about cars. Probably. Number 1. Only 18% of Americans know how to drive a stick shift, and that number is expected to go even lower since just 5% of new cars sold in the US have a manual transmission. So if you don't want to have your car stolen, get a stick. Number 2. The German Autobahn is the only place in the world where you're allowed to drive as fast as you can on public roads. Number 3. Tesla is the world's most valuable car company since July 2020, when a surge in stock prices allowed it to overtake Toyota. Number 4. Almost 96% of a car's lifetime is spent parked. Let's say an average person drives an hour and 40 minutes per day. That means that the car is sitting still for the remaining 22 hours and 20 minutes. That's about 96% of the day. Number 5. American women buy more new cars than men, 62%. Number 6. In Utah, biologists estimated that drivers kill more deer than hunters do. At a particular 22-mile stretch of the road, an average of 6 deer are killed every single mile. Number 7. Porsche Taycan is not the first electric Porsche. It is in fact this, an 1898 C2 Phaeton designed by the man himself, Ferdinand Porsche. That's his first car ever, and in a way, this also means that the first Porsche was an electric. Number 8. Whale oil was used in some car transmissions until 1973, when the whales were put on an endangered species list. As a result, the transmission failures rose by 800% in the following 3 years, until the viable synthetic replacement entered the market. Number 9. The 1989 Honda Prelude was the first mass-production car to have four-wheel steering. Why don't all cars have this? It greatly improves the agility of the car. Number 10. Talking about agility, there's this moose test where you have to quickly change lane and go back again. Not surprisingly, supercars like the Porsche 911 GT3 RS and the McLaren 675 LT are storming through it at 51 miles per hour. But the fastest car ever is the 1999 Citroen Xantia with 53 miles per hour. This is thanks to its hydropneumatic suspension that completely eliminates the body roll and levels the car to the point where you can drive on 3 wheels only. Number 11. The world's largest speeding fine of $1 million
$1 million
was issued to a Mercedes SLS driver who did 180 miles per hour in a 70 mile per hour zone. This happened in Switzerland, where fines are proportional to the driver's income. Best law ever. Number 12. The Cambodian 500 Real note bill has Nissan Juke and Toyota Camry on the back of it. This is actually not the first time that cars have appeared on Cambodian money. An older version of the same note had some sort of sports car, which many think is the Porsche Cayman, but I'm not sure. By the way, 500 Reals is about 12 cents. Number 13. There are currently 1.3 billion cars around the world, one for every 5 people. San Marino has the largest number per capita, 1.2 cars for each person. Number 14. In Christopher Nolan's Batman film, Bruce Wayne drives a Lamborghini Murcielago. In Spanish, Murcielago means bat. Number 15. A modern car has about 30,000 different parts. How many can you name? Number 16. Ferrari 250 GTO is the only car recognized by the court as a piece of art. It's also a way for Ferrari to legally stop anyone from creating replicas of what are now the most valuable cars in the world. Number 17. Approximately 75% of all Rolls Royces ever made are still on the road. This is not one of them. Number 18. The word gar comes from the Latin parum, which originally meant two-wheeled Celtic war chariot. Number 19. In the United States, a car is stolen every 45 seconds. Most likely, it's a Honda Accord. Number 20. The dashboard was initially a piece of wood attached to a horse-drawn carriage to prevent mud and horseshit from splattering up on the driver. Number 21. Approximately 5 months of a person's life is spent waiting in a car at red lights. Just remember that when you're on your deathbed. Number 22. Over 70 million new cars are made each year, and that number is growing. A third of them are made in China. Number 23. Roger Moore, who drove the Lotus Esprit in James Bond For Your Eyes Only, liked the car so much that he wanted to buy one for himself. Lotus offered him 2% off the recommended retail price. He never bought the car. Number 24. Daniel Craig, who also played James Bond but drove Aston Martins, can take any car from Aston's factory for free for the rest of his life. Now that is how you treat people who do marketing for you. Number 25. In 2008, Lamborghini gave the Italian government the world's fastest police car, a V10 Gallardo. A year later, it was crashed, and crashed thoroughly. Number 26. The cost of traffic congestion in the United States amounts to over $160 billion each year. This includes the wear and tear on vehicles, gas burned while idling, and loss of productivity. Number 27. Chevrolet introduced the first car radio in 1922 with a huge price tag of $200. That's over $3,000 in today's money. Many states actually believed the radio was too distracting and tried to ban it from cars. Number 28. The best-selling car of all time is the Toyota Corolla with over 44 million cars sold. These days, they sell one every 40 seconds. Number 29. Hyundai Tucson offers a special The Walking Dead edition, which contains a zombie survival kit. It's really just a backpack with supplies that will last you for about 72 hours. Sadly, no spiked bat. Number 30. The United States has more cars than any other country in the world, 270 million. But China is expected to have more any moment now. 31. Mr. Alan Swift from Springfield, Massachusetts, drove his 1928 Rolls-Royce Roadster for 82 years. After his death in 2005, the car was donated to a museum. Number 32. Remember the Moose test? SUVs will often fail and flip onto their side, but no one expected a small A-Class to do the same. Mercedes recalled the car to address the issue and postponed the launch of the Smart Fortwo for a whole year, just to make sure that they didn't get embarrassed again. Number 33. Early Ford cars had many parts manufactured by the Dodge Brothers Company. Yes, that Dodge. Number 34, yo. 1 horsepower equals to lifting 550 pounds to a height of 1 foot in 1 second. An average horse can achieve up to 15 horsepower while sprinting. Number 35. Carjacking in Johannesburg, South Africa was so rampant that one inventor came up with an anti-theft device that shoots flames from the side of the car. He sold a few hundred of these. The device has never been banned. Number 36. At the turn of the 20th century, 38% of cars were electric, 40% ran on steam, and only 22% were powered by gasoline. Number 37. People who take public transport rather than driving their own cars are on average 5 pounds lighter. Number 38. Louis Chevrolet, the founder of the Chevrolet car company, died poor working as a mechanic for the company he started. Number 39. Koenigsegg Trevita has a carbon fiber body infused with diamond dust. Only 3 were made, and at the time they were the most expensive road legal cars ever made, costing a cool $4.8 million. Number 40. When Volvo invented the modern 3-point seatbelt 50 years ago, they made the patent open and free for all car manufacturers to use. Good guy, Volvo. Number 41. Car insurance companies state that the average driver will get into about 3 to 4 accidents during their lifetime. How far along are you? Number 42. Around 65% of the world's population drives on the right side of the road. Doesn't seem that way when you look at a map, but notice the highly populated India, which used to be a British colony. Number 43. Airbags inflate in just 0.03 seconds. The blink of an eye lasts 4 times longer. Number 44. In the mid-1960s, American-made cars were delivered to retail buyers with an average of 24 defects apiece. No wonder more reliable Japanese cars took over. Number 45. By the end of the Model T production life, Ford was churning out a fully assembled car in just 24 seconds. Number 46. The cruise control was invented in 1948 by a blind guy named Ralph Teeter. He hated how his lawyer was driving, always braking, then accelerating. Can't you just hold it at a constant speed, man? Number 47. Half of all new cars sold in Norway are electric or hybrid. Interestingly enough, they are forbidden by law from being marketed as green cars because according to Norway, all cars harm the planet. Some just do it less.
It's true.
Number 48. Denmark is one of the most expensive countries in which to buy a new car. The Danish government collects up to 150% tax on new car purchases. Yeah, you won't be seeing any Bugattis with the Danish plates. Number 49. Leonardo da Vinci made a sketch for the first self-propelled carriage back in 1478. In 2004, a replica of his car was built and is now being kept in the Museum of Science and History. At number 50, in Los Angeles, there are more cars than people. Number 51, Shelby Cobra Super Snake is the rarest and most extreme OG Cobra ever. Only 2 were made. Shelby kept one for himself, and the other was bought by none other than Bill Cosby. This guy just keeps on surprising.
Like and subscribe for part 2.